Ethan loves talking about tokens. He won't even let his f***ing Lebanese employees say so he has to get a Lebanese dick rider. Yes, well,
you know what a snipe job looks like? I'll have you know, Israel would never snipe babies in the head. Oh, you're telling me that they have? Well, it must be an accident.
I don't know how to do LonerBox's accent. I haven't listened to him more than 3 seconds.
Did Hasan take another L? Good morning, everyone. Some of you lovely people might have seen Ethan's stream after the Hasan debate, where he brought on another acclaimed political streamer, LonerBox, to break down some info coming from or being peddled by Hasan. Instead of covering that, I'll be covering Hasan's response to that, because not only did he mock him for apparently going to Israel before in the past as a quote-unquote paid promotion for the country, but also he threw jabs at AB for being a lapdog and not contesting Ethan. I really feel like treating AB like a coward has become a really disgusting insult at this point. And to be fair, I haven't seen LonerBox's trip to Israel, so I can't say how much coping he did for the country, but considering that Hasan is saying that he did, I can safely assume that he's over-exaggerating, I feel like.
Ethan, Hasan, Destiny, Ethan, Hasan, Destiny, Ethan, Hasan, Destiny. The slot is getting serious, ladies and gents. Today we're talking about Hasan yet again, and I thought maybe I could go a week without talking about this guy, but there's a whole...
No, bro, this year has been the year of Ethan and Hasan non-stop. Maybe not January or February, but definitely these last couple of months.
Now, in my last Hasan and Jason video, okay, we talked about the hypocrisy of Hasan and iDubbbz. They talk so much about you can't harass. Harassment is bad. Don't hurt my dear Frogan, okay? And then they'll go on to either make a content cop, appear on a content cop, platform people like Bad Empanada, and obviously...
That's what, like, they will be like, oh, how dare they call our beloved Frogan fat, and then be like, Ethan is on drugs. He doesn't have Tourette's. He's on drugs. He's on fucking pain thinner.
Their own insane negative comments. And I've always said this. I have no issue with people criticizing each other, even making, passing judgments at people's looks. I don't care. There's just things you can criticize, make fun of, have fun.
I have never made fun of anyone's look. I am purely objective on their character, nothing else.
It's just annoying when one side's like, hey, this is offensive, this is bad, and then they'll engage in that same behavior. For the record, though, I will say that criticizing someone's appearance isn't exactly gonna earn you brownie points in my opinion. But let's not act like Hasan doesn't do it. Let's not act like iDubbbz doesn't do it. People do this. This does happen. Now today there's a couple of Hasan clips that I wanted to go over because they're just kind of funny. So recently on the H3 podcast, Ethan Klein and their crew decided to have LonerBox on. If you don't know who LonerBox is, basically he's a political streamer. He got a lot of notoriety.
I watched that stream with a LonerBox, bro. Everyone in the fucking chat wanted to fuck and suck a LonerBox. He's quite attractive, right? But they were talking about the Israel-Palestine conflict, and they were like, "Oh my god, LonerBox, I want that Scottish dick."
Destiny.
I think he is Scottish, yeah.
That bridge was burned when okay, let's just do a little side tangent. Essentially, that bridge between Destiny and LonerBox. Fuck, I totally forgot about this. So essentially, at the time.
Oh god, I want to know. Oh yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, did he drop it because LonerBox had conflicting views with Destiny, or because of the Pixie stuff?
LonerBox.
If you didn't know, he'll explain now.
Dating Pixie, and then the nudes, the sex tapes involving Destiny and Pixie are leaked onto Kiwi Farms. And then, obviously, as you can imagine, this may or may not have been something that LonerBox was aware of. Whether or not he was aware of, it's probably not something that you want.
I haven't covered Destiny in a while, but I wish the best for Pixie and LonerBox by proxy.
Continue. So it seems their relationship ended. He stops talking to Destiny. This whole hubba lubba, but still a very good content creator. That whole situation shouldn't paint a negative brush with him. It's just a shitty thing that he.
Oh, it definitely will. Bro, if Hasan's gonna call even a sex Destiny ally for just. Oh yeah, there was one post that he might have ripped. Oh yeah, there was one image he ripped from the r/Destiny subreddit. That was it. So if he's gonna call Ethan a Destiny ally, I can't imagine how much of a bias he will put on LonerBox by the connection alone.
He went through. Not to bring it up like a douche here, but it is relevant. Basically, a large detraction that Hasan has with LonerBox is that he and Destiny, LonerBox and Destiny, went to Israel, and they like to call it a paid-for Hasbro trip, where essentially LonerBox and Destiny were doing paid promotion of Israel, and I don't know if they were actually paid. If I'm not mistaken, it was all out of Destiny's pocket. But at the same time, the optics are not, they're not on your side when you're, anyways, So if you're wondering why Ethan has decided to have LonerBox on, obviously LonerBox kind of associates or has similar ideas to Destiny or even Ethan Klein in regards to Israel. And I'm not gonna say he's super duper pro-Israel, but he's probably more pro-Israel than your average Lebanese person. Man, I really thought we would be done with the Israel-Palestine.
Lebanese person? He's Scottish. What do you mean?
Shit, huh? I'm just a commentary YouTuber, guys. But yeah, as you can see, they're looking up some of the donations that came in on Hasan Abi's Creator Clash stream. By the way, the biggest way of Creator Clash making money is not the actual boxing or event. It's streamers streaming. That's
wait, it's actually true, because I saw it before. Are they actually making donations for Creator Clash or for a separate charity?
What does the audience want? What could actually make money? I don't know. Definitely not the boxing event. Anyways, they go over a bunch of stuff, and so this led to Hasanabi being a little ass pained. So let's hear what he has to say.
What?
Ethan
By
Love.
the way, I want to go back real quick. Give me a second. I want to go back and like see all the funny donations. Let's see what do we have. We have fucking Helicon the terrorist, Shredder's. Oh man, that's not even funny. But like, out of all the talking points you go against Ethan, why like his own dead dog? That's not funny. Hitler Klein. That was clever. EK's Jaria, content protection, protective services. That's good. Ethan Klein ran over his Yorkie with, oh my god. Ethan's Ozempic dealer. Even sexually harassed seaman. Who? Sorry, who? H3 Snark mod. H3 Snark mods. Untitled. Not you, chemist. Okay, they were all good, nearly more funny, apart from Hitler Klein. Like, that's like, 5th grader comedy.
And so this led to Hasanabi being a little ass pained. So let's hear what he has to say.
Ethan loves talking about tokens. He won't even let his fucking Lebanese employee say shit, which is why he has to bring in another Lebanese Scottish guy.
Oh, he's Lebanese. Oh, okay, fair
Because
enough. What a fucking combination. Holy shit.
So essentially what he's saying
I wonder how the parents met.
is that AB, he won't let AB is the house slave. That's what they like to call him. A porch, porch, or Arab porch
Oh, I was going to say porch monk. I was like, oh, you can't say that, dude.
thing. I don't think I can complete that sentence. But like, a little crazy from Hasan here. Is it possible that AB has his own personal nuanced take? No, he's just an Uncle Tom. He's just a house slave, okay? That's what fucking AB.
That is so true. I'm not saying like, he's an Uncle Tom, but like everyone sees him as one. Like at no point, like, was a fucking AB like licking the shoes of Ethan, being like, oh, you're so right, we should wipe out Palestine. But like no, like whenever he did give shit to Ethan, he'd make that very clear. Like he would actually be like, Ethan, I don't think you're right. Like there was one point where like Ethan, he fucked up massively, and he claimed that Hezbollah killed more Muslims than the IDF, and AB was like, is that true actually? And then like Ethan was like, no, wait a second, I'll look it up, and he fucking buttoned it. I'm not sure what episode it was, but like that did actually happen. So you can't call him, you can't call him like a submissive pet when he does call out Ethan live on his own show.
He is to Hasanabi, and so he can't get enough of AB. So he's gonna bring on another Lebanese self-hating Leb who's gonna fucking shill for Israel. It's like there's no other potential.
Also, aside from AB, I feel bad for his wife. Lena, fuck me, I got the name mixed up. I feel so bad for Lena. Not just with Career Clash 3, fucking bombing awfully, but also, by her being married with AB, also being Lebanese, she gets a lot of flack as well, for just doing nothing at all in the show. Like, she does nothing, but like, she gets like so much shit for just working with Ethan.
LonerBox just like has his own opinion. Like it's so funny that Hasan sees Arab guy AB, okay, Lebanese guy AB, and he's like, let's use his identity to fucking chastise the other.
Also, does Hasan have the right to like call out Arab people? Because it's not like he's not even Arab himself. Like that would be like an Asian guy or a white guy being like, oh, you're so unloyal to your own people. I'm like, where are you coming from? You're Turkish. I'm pretty sure Turkish people aren't Arab, from my knowledge.
The Lebanese guy who's coming in. It's like, bro, isn't that what your side's all against? Aren't you like against this type of like rhetoric? And what I find even funnier is that this is approved Jew guy who specifically was like, Ethan, 8 times in a row, you need to speak to Sam Cedar. Sam Cedar's the only guy that can reach you. Approved Jew, Sam Cedar. Now, look,
to give my quick opinion on that, I think the Sam Cedar podcast wasn't that bad, actually. I think Sam Cedar brought his own good points. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did think, he did get Ethan on that one part being like, does the general Israeli population really see, really value Palestinian lives, and even had you unfortunately concede to that. It wasn't that bad in my opinion.
I'm not gonna act like Sam Cedar has like
from the parts I saw
nothing positive to say, and I'm not gonna act like his opinion is invalid. But like we're playing the same game here. Hasan picked a specific Jew that he felt would communicate his point better, and now Ethan is picking a specific Arab that he feels will communicate his point better. And to be fair, LonerBox seems to be more educated on the topic than Ethan. I don't see the issue in the same way that Sam Cedar.
No, in my opinion, I think the best Arab Jew debate this on would be fucking Frogan. That not for like the sake of the argument, because nothing would get done, but it'd be so funny seeing Frogan like shit her pants there live on the H3 show.
Sure.
She would break down, cry, and she would cry bully so bad.
To be more educated on the topic than Hasan. It's like, what exactly is the problem? You guys are doing the same thing for different sides.
We has to get a Lebanese dick rider who's desperate for a fucking crumb of clout to come on his stream to be
like this characterization's so negative and desperate for a crumb of clout. Like LonerBox pulls in decent viewers. Like he has a decent performing live stream. I guess while we're here, let's just look it up, right? LonerBox does well for himself. I don't think it's like fair to say that he's
Into the
like
verse, into the
dick riding
verses.
specifically to get
And
more
Papa
views.
God.
Like I look at his channel here, 4.3K, 9.3K, 22K, 12K,
pretty good,
22K, 35K.
I don't feel like checking the views on his VODs is a good indicator of his success. I just see his average viewers, you know?
The motherfucker pulls views,
He's
dude.
probably not live right now, but still though.
Like this is enough views, especially look at how long these videos are. 36 minutes, an hour and 50 an hour. Like this is a channel that is
Even if he is small, how does that tarnish his points about this conflict, this debate?
succeeding, that is making enough money to live off of. Like I don't see an issue with this. But again, because he's only got 55K subs, because he's giving the opinion that Hasan doesn't agree with, now we can weaponize his viewership, now we can weaponize his ethnicity, all of this shit. Versus on the flip side, if you were to say anything about Frogan, she's receiving the worst harassment ever. She's receiving fucking, you couldn't even imagine it, Ethan Klein. And listen, bro, I don't even want to like defend Ethan Klein, bro. Like a lot of the shit, like the longer we've gone into this, the more I'm like, okay, Ethan Klein's kind of been crashing out for a little bit, and like he's kind of getting himself into trouble here. Like when you look at that,
That's complete. I think my point, I was like, I think it was a part with like the lawsuits against the Redditors. It's like, I don't mind lawsuits, you know. I think the good example is Noah Samson. He deserves to be fucked in the ass or lawsuit. But like random Redditors, you know, suing them for defamation, that's very tacky because they're fucking nobodies. But also, second of all, like how do you prove, apart from you like going into like their private Discord, how do you prove that they intentionally, I'm sure you can prove that they intentionally wanted to like, you know, tear you down, but like in a court, you know, like, these random Reddit names, they won't settle for that long.
that's
you
CPS
know?
call. I know. But when you look at that CPS call podcast, right? Imagine if he didn't record that. Like now, iDubbbz doesn't really have nearly as much to work with. Imagine if when he recorded it, he wasn't crashing out. I get it. He wants to be open with his audience and he wants to be emotional. But like,
Sure, I agree with that. But now on the same page, I disagree with Ethan's emotion with that, because like he wasn't willing to like call or talk with Anissa or Ian. I think that party fucked up, right? He should like wait a bit longer and maybe reach a good middle ground. I think either way, like he would have reached the same conclusion that these people are pathetic and spineless, but like, it would have, you know, it would remedy it a bit. Like maybe it would have prevented a fucking content cop. Because when you watch that video by Ian, you're like, oh my god, he's so biased. Like just from being like left on the dirt. And I don't really care that much, but like, you know, maybe a different reality, a different fucking diplomatic conversation would have, you know, stopped that video entirely.
like that clip that we talked about the other day, where he's just nonstop talking about how his dog has Giardia, his fucking kids have Giardia, Hila has Giardia. Even if later on you prove that you don't have Giardia, the fact is you've already spoken about it, and so detractors of yours are going to be able to use those clips.
I agree. Actually, I think even that was a good point. That was a good point against made by Ian in his content deputy, that he was streaming way too much. Also, there was like a previous drama with Ethan and Jack Doolittle, not Jack Doherty, Jake Doolittle, where like Ethan was claiming way too quick that he had leprosy. What was the fuck? Like leprosy? Not Giardia. Some fucking condition that he didn't have. But like he had like the right, you know, he had the right conditions to fairly believe that he had that condition. But he was way too quick, you know, to state it on the podcast.
Clips against you. Unfortunately, that's just how the internet works.
He's probably like a hypochondriac where he's worried about every little thing.
But let's get back on topic with Hasan here.
Well, it must be an accident. Also, I went on a paid trip to Israel, and that's not weird. It's not weird that I went on a paid trip to Israel.
Paid for by Destiny.
I hate this shit. I hate when people like, you know, they get like angry at like microaggressions, like, oh, he went after my Arab background, but like, they would happily shit on like any UK accent, because the UK, you know, or just Scotch, whatever. Like, in their right, Scottish people are so cartoony. They're not, you know, who gives a shit if you make fun of their accent?
Obviously, important to add. I will say, like, the optics of going to Israel mid-conflict and doing positive press about them, it's difficult. It doesn't look good. Not a good look. Now, I do remember that they had like a lot of negative feelings towards the settlers on the West Bank. But like, you know, man, I know you want to make a point, but going to Israel while they're fucking killing like tens of thousands of people, you know, whether you want to call it a genocide, an ethnic cleanse.
That's another point I had to bring against Ethan. Where like he said like he wanted to go to Israel with Hila and the kids to show like the nice, beautiful parts. And I'm sure there were some gorgeous parts in Jerusalem or Tel Aviv, right? But like, how do you say, like the internet, most of the internet already hates you. Why would you want to give them more ammunition by going to Israel in this part? You have every right to, you know, because it's your country or Hila's country, but like he said like expressly he wants you to go there to like prove, you know, how nice it is and how it's not that bad as Hasan or Frogan are portraying it to be.
From suits.
It just doesn't look that good, you know, for like such a a petty reason.
fancy. They're
in my
doing something
opinion.
bad. Like they're doing something bad, and you just decided to go there.
It must be an accident. Also, I went on a paid trip to Israel, and that's not weird. It's not weird that I went on a paid trip to
Other
Israel
than this, it is kind of funny.
with government employees,
Again, he interviewed government employees, but I don't think he was paid for by it.
as we did Hasbra, as we defended the beautiful state. I don't know how to do LonerBox's accent. I haven't listened to him more than 3 seconds, so I just relegated back.
I mean, if you haven't listened to him,
What? Hold on. Wait, so you're gonna like shit on him, you know, but like you barely listen to him more than 3 seconds. Do you even know him?
more than 3 seconds, how can
Your mods probably told you about
How
him.
can you be so sure of your opinions here? What the fuck? So some other shit that's kind of funny in my opinion. So obviously, as you guys know, Hasan did his Creator Clash fundraiser, right? His live
Oh,
stream.
I saw this shit. I saw it for a second.
And Epic Meal
Was it
Time.
real quick? How the fuck is PKA a thing? Just wondering.
Harley Morenstein, who pulled out of the event. Here's what he had to say regarding leaving Creator Clash and then seeing clips on the fundraiser.
And even with the content copy Ian and Ethan them doing that, that's fine. But like people got weird. They would hit me up and they're like, what's the environment of this event going to be? And like, it's like, it's fine. I was committed to it. LA Beast was going to be doing it. But then people that the event endorses or puts like front and center out of all the things that had been said, I saw a clip of Hasan, and I knew they were going to be doing a fundraiser with him, but he was like, oh yeah, if you've ever said anything positive about Israel, you shouldn't be allowed to even be a dog catcher. You should be treated like a neo-Nazi. And I was like, hey, my family and friends and my community, that's so crazy. All of them? I don't know.
Oh my god, and that's what like Ian is so pathetic, right? That I think he said it before when Harley was still in Creator Clash, but like even was so like leashed by fucking Hasan that he would have no issue with that. His main father is Jewish, and he would just approve, this fucking violent message by Hasan on the stream.
But then the conversation was really political.
Like you can imagine that would make someone uncomfortable, if they're Jewish. Like if you've ever said anything positive about Israel, like anything really, you can't even.
I got one thing to say. I got one thing nice to say about Israel. I think we have a couple of companies from Israel. That's it. I think eToro's from Israel.
Be a dog catcher. Now again,
Am I a new Nazi now?
and I know it's hyperbole. I know it's a joke, but at the same time,
What the fuck? Hold on, guys, give me a second. The fucking video just ended right there. Cheaply, was I intentionally? The video no, I'm not even kidding. Like, look, go back a second.
really, you can't even be a dog catcher. Now again, I know it's hyperbole. I know it's a joke, but at the same time,
But at the same time, nothing at all. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that was a pretty good video. My god. Yeah, I think fucking like him going after LonerBox. What a bizarre angle. First of all, I think that part. Like, let me think about it for a second. Was he right to criticize LonerBox and Destiny for going to Israel for like a documentary, whatever? Maybe, yeah, potentially. I mean, I would have to like look at the actual interview itself or like, the documentary to see like, how biased, how defensive it is for Israel. Like if they went there, to like, just talk to government officials about why they're doing what they're doing, then that would be good. But if they're giving like some actual good promotion to Israel and the conflict, that'd be bad, yeah, in my opinion. I'd be holy shit. I was a bit like, like a worse clip from this. The video is called fucking Hasan Abi cannot stop taking L's. Yeah, but even that, what a bizarre angle to go at LonerBox, a Lebanese, what a bizarre fucking mix up. Lebanese, Scottish, whatever. Like, no shit against them, just interesting. But yeah, now he's probably gonna give shit to LonerBox by, being friends with Destiny before in the past, but also, selling for Ethan. He might have his career, tarnished. No, not tarnished, but like that small sector of Hasan's fan base will never accept him because, he stood with Ethan. How dare he? That disgusting Zionist. He's Lebanese and he thinks Israel should exist and not be fucking nuked into the ground. What a traitor. What a, backstabber.